Hello, my angels and devils, and all who may wander here. It is Amanda Christina, and this is going to be a long video because this was a challenge to myself. So this is what we're making, but we're using different paper because I've used every scrap of this I had. This is the envelope album I made. I used the rest of the paper I had for Santa's list, which is a really bright, fun pad. I bought this to challenge myself when I did it because I don't often use a lot of bright colours. So this is what I came up with. Now, these envelopes I have a ton of, as I said in the tutorial. I think I might have spilt something on the top of this accidentally. Oh no. This was... yeah, so there was only a few like scraps and one full sheet of paper, and I think there was 2 or 3 little bits. There's less than this left, so it'll be interesting to use that one. So I created my cover. Now I used all the bits at the back as well because the Kaiser pads all come with die cuts and tags and things. So I did ho 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 and Merry Christmas as my cover. Then you open it up and there's a little pocket with a couple of extra bits in it, and you'll see a lot of this paper because that's the one I had the most of. And then the tag, and I used some Franchville washi, I think, or Franchville glitter tape. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas, with just a space to put a photo or whatever you like, just some more photo spaces. And this bit here was a leftover bit from, which you'll see in one of the other bits, from one of the borders. So I just chopped it in half and used it as my flip strip. Then there's this little one, and you pull it out and there's a tag I made out of just white cardstock. And I'm pretty sure I used something, I traced around just one of the fancy sort of edges of something to get that. I just used up some of the scraps of paper I had. That actually used up. It was really nice how that happened, actually. There's just there it goes in. Okay, then you've got this bit where there's another tuck spot, so I've just left something in there for tuck spot. You've got this. I really loved this paper. Love, joy, happiness, and then you've got pull out for another little tag. And as you can see, that's just me using up just tiny bits of stuff that I had left. I used 3 envelopes for this, and I tried with every sort of section to create something different. So that's just a few pieces of extra. Again, just a border strip, some of the Franchville glitter tape. This one, I'm trying to get better at doing a bit more layered, but I wanted this still to be relatively flat. So that is just a journaling spot or a tag. You can use that for whatever you want. I just thought that looked rather cool. And then you flip it open, and then there's a couple more spots here with stuff. That was a piece that I had cut out from here using a circle punch. So what I did was just use it there as just an extra little bit. Some more bits, and then some more little bits that I've just tucked in and there, and then that's this one that I used the last little bit in the other thing, and then that's just the back. Really, really cute. The hardest thing is using your paper, is figuring out how to use up all your paper. Now, the envelopes I have are Empress or Poppy Crafts, and they have this little flap here. So what I did is, I know that the first one I have facing down, so to get the tuck spot here, that is going that way. Then there isn't a tuck. I stuck the next one down. So we're going to stick that one down. So it doesn't really matter which direction that one goes. So, and then that one I used at the top. Now, the first thing I did was, I think I made sure to fold these in half. Where's my bone folder? And then you just want to make sure they're as evenly in half as you can get. These are a little out of whack, but for this purpose of this tutorial, it should be fine. And you just want to make sure you've given them a good push down. As you can see, I still had ink on this, which I didn't realize I did. I thought I had gotten that all onto the piece of paper I was using. So that's that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to cut along here, because that makes your little pockets at the bottom, sorry. Then you've got this piece, which doesn't matter, and then this one at the top, and we're going to do the same thing. Now, what I did for these ones is I did a trick I learnt from the Stamping Up girls, and when I chopped this, what I did is it's a bit awkward, just did that, whoops, and then I'm going to come back and do it on this side because one side is now more done than the other side. Come on, let me get you in here. I swear I'm having a day. I probably shouldn't be shooting tutorials today, honestly. This is 6 minutes and we haven't really gotten very far. No, okay, I'm going to give up on this in a minute. Got to be able to get this in, hang on. There we go. And we just want to make sure that, yeah, so we've just got that just a little bit more even, so you've got that nice sort of scalloped edged on both sides. I didn't do that on the first one, but I wish I had. So I'm going to do that on this one, on this side, and that gives you your back and your front little pocket bits. I have a ton of these envelopes, so I was kind of trying to think of ways to use them up. This is another one in the series of easy to mail things, which is another thing I really like. So now we have that. Now on this one, I'm pretty sure there is a side pocket on, yep, there is on the back one. So what we're going to do is we're just going to very, very gently just take a very, very little bit off this one to open it up. Oops, sorry. I am so sorry. I know I do that a lot. I am trying to get better. This is when you see me go off camera, it is literally me not even looking at what I'm filming. It's me just getting into craft zone. Okay, so we've got that. So now we have our little pocket there, and to get our little, I will do it again when so what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, tuck it into our, this is a Fiskars 2-inch hole punch. When we do the pattern paper, I will fix that again. I just like to have that so I know what's going where. Now, you'll notice that I am not taping any of this down as yet. Okay, hang on. That's that one. Yeah, so that's how that goes. And then this one, I'm going to do the same thing with just gently kind of, I'm not going to push as hard. I'm just going to gently kind of round the edges of these ones. Ugh. I am so sometimes not, oops, that was terrible. Okay, we might end up doing both sides because that was terrible without pushing it in properly. And we do this side just to get it even, and these are our top pockets. I just wanted to experiment really doing an envelope album because I never really have gotten it down before, and I don't have the what do you call it, the triangle envelopes. Like I have, but I use them for cards and stuff, and I have literally hundreds of these. They come in a pack of about 50. And whilst I do use them for sending happy mail, I do have an abundance of them. And I thought, oh, let's see what I can do with these that would make it, you know. And also because I'm trying to get better at having more things to mail in. Like to, why are you being a... This is the most painful part, I promise you. The rest of it is pretty easy sailing. There we go. And then we're just going to do this corner and we are ready to ink. Now, I will show you the paper pad I've got left. I think I have less paper overall in this one, which is a little dicey at best, but you know what? It will make it work. It just means there might be a little more blankness in this one. or that I will add extra things. Now, I didn't quite get that the way I wanted, so I'm just going to, because, yeah, there we go. Okay, so now that is the basis of your album. That's it. You've got your pages organized. We can put that out of the way. Just let me get a bit more reorganized. Now, the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to pull out my Christmas washi that I got in yesterday's order from Blitzy. It's Blitzy. Okay. There we go. So we have the Santa belt and that. So we have 2 rolls of washi to play with. So what are we using to create our album? Excuse me while I just lift my table up a bit. Nope, that did not work. Oh well, at least I'm closer. Now, what we have here is the Bell collection. Now, this is quite an old, it's definitely an older Kaiser collection. I couldn't even tell you what year this is from because it's been in my stash for a while. So this is the Bell collection. I had all the die cuts for this because it didn't come like with the other one. It didn't really have any words or anything. So you've got all these little die cuts. We have this gorgeous piece of paper. We have this paper. We have this paper. We have this paper, and this scrap. That is literally, that's all the die cuts it comes with. That is literally everything in this paper pad that I have left. So what we are going to do, it's going to be interesting. What we are going to do now is I'm going to look for some, I think I will use Festive Berries because it does go with some of the reds, or I might, hang on, I grabbed my mini inks. I might use, let's see. Yeah, actually, because of that red, I think Festive Berries will work. So I'm going to grab the Festive Berries, but I definitely don't think I want Evergreen Bough, which is what I used. Oh, actually, no, Evergreen Bough would work. Okay, I stand corrected. Although, let me have a look. No, I think I will go Evergreen Bough. Okay, they've both got their little things on the end. I'll just move my... For anyone wondering, if I keep reaching sort of that way or you hear me clunking around, I have my little trolley here, and that is where all my craft stuff are. Now, I hope you're hunkered in, get a snack, get your craft supplies, because this is gonna take a while, people. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna move all my... what I have now, I definitely have less of this than I did of the other paper pad, so that's going to be a challenge. But the idea of this is to challenge yourself. You know, we all have paper pads where we just have a few pieces of paper left. So the idea of this is to challenge yourself to utilize what you have. Now, there we go. Now, what I'm also going to do on this is just gently take a little sliver off each side, so it just even off that side. See, so now it will shut just that little bit better. So that is what we have as our album. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the piece that this came with, and I'm going to ink everything. So the first colour I tend to do is the red. I am losing my mind, as always. Let me just pop these right into shot so you know that I am not already losing my mind. Well, I am, but shh, don't tell anyone. Might also be my lack of breakfast. I just wanted to get shooting before it got to the 29-degree part of the day. Okay, so what I do is, as I said, I tend to ink this up, just pop a little bit of the colour down on the thing, and then I just start sort of inking around just to make sure that it'll be a nice border And I do tend to go over this again with the ink at the edges just to get it that nice sort of crisp edge. Oh, I don't know why I just did that because I already had. So I am literally just letting this, because what will happen is you don't have to do all the way to the center. That was me just going overboard, just in case I decide to just do die cuts instead of Watsy. And then we're going to do the flaps. What I do is I do those down like this first, and then I do the rest of the paper. I've got to stop doing that. I've got to start using up what's on my... So I am just doing these nice little flappy bits. And we'll gather up some of the ink we've been putting down on my mat, which I will clean off with a baby wipe in a bit when I'm done doing all my inking. So that just gives you a nice swirly effect. It's up to you. Like, you don't have to do this. I don't do the inside because you're not going to see the inside, but I do these bits. The reason I do this is just I liked the effect, and also it means that if your paper doesn't quite reach where you want it to, for whatever reason, you have a really nice sort of background already sort of done. There we go. Let me do the other one. And it just gives you that, and it's Christmassy. The reason I don't change the colour, like I don't do red on the outside and green on the inside, is because I found when I tried to do that, it smudges and you end up with colour where you don't want it, and it just looks like a palaver. Right palaver, as Jamie Oliver would say. So now I'm just inking the edges just to give it that crispness. And if I remember as I go along, I will also, so I just do that, and then I come back and I just do that slightly over this side as well. I do the, and again, I just push one, just tilt it the way I want it. Now I'm just going to do around the edge of the envelope-y bit, just to give it a nice little oomph. And then we're just going to come in. Now you can also do that thing where you sort of just add a little extra ink. That's fine. It's up to you. As I said, it really is dependent on what you like. I chose these colours because these are the Christmas colours, and I figured they should work in with the papers I have left, even though the red is a darker red. And so we're just going to do this little bit. And then once we're finished with our inking, now what I might do is just do a little shuzhy. Just sometimes that's nice. And then because the back one is also red, so that's the front one, the middle one is going to be green. So we just leave that to one side until we're ready to do the green. And this middle, oh, yeah, but that ends up being the middle. Okay, so that is the red there. Then we're going to do this one red as well. So, and what I really love about this is that you get a really nice little mini album. It's mailable provided you don't do anything too big inside it, which is another thing I really love. Now, I don't have my stamps out here for Christmas and stuff, but what I would do is, because I do have all the die cuts and stuff, is I would probably add some sentiments into the die cuts. So I may not tape all that down to begin with. I may just, sorry, I am on just a table, so that like a collapsible table, which is why you get the, okay, so we just do this outside bit, whoops. Just bear in mind with inking and stuff, there are no mistakes in crafting that an embellishment or a piece of paper can't cover. Just don't stress. We're already at 20 minutes. This is going to be a long video, and I would apologise, but honestly, I think you've come to expect that from me. This is if you just wanted to how to do the album, you can just put your holes in it, and literally that's it. That's all you have to do. Oops, I forgot to do my flaps. That is all you'd have to do to finish it. To bind it is I sew it together. You could easily just tie some gold cord around the middle and have it be like a little traveler's notebook or an insert to a traveler's notebook. It is really up to you. I don't tend to do... I sewed this together because I thought it would look cuter, but also there is method, because having the washi means that this covers your binding. The washi at the side covers your binding, and it also gives you a little bit of added strength, which I really do enjoy. So that's that, and then we just got to do this side. Now, because this one opens, I do all of it, although you will see the little bit where the tape is, and that's okay. I don't stress about that being pink instead of red. It's just because you lift this one up, I like to make sure that because you lift this one up, you don't just get hit with stark whiteness. I mean, you can leave it white. It is honestly 100% up to you. I kind of like the peppermintness of this. It kind of has that candy cane effect, and I'm all for candy canes. Anyone who knows me will tell you I am a 100% candy cane addict. Not gonna lie. I could pretty much sit there and eat 5 bags of candy canes a day. Do I let myself? No. I don't even let myself eat 1 bag a day. But I could happily sit there and eat candy canes and candy. I have been known at times when I am letting myself pig out on candy canes, on the rare occasions I do, to sit there, to be eating a candy cane, to lose half of it, or to sit it down and open a new one and then find the one that I've been eating. Or find 5 half-eaten candy canes around the house, because, yeah, I am that addicted. But, yeah. Thank God candy cane season is only once a year, is all I can say. Although when Spotlight was in town and they had candy canes left at the end of Christmas, I would still buy them after Christmas. Sorry, I've done that thing where I'm just rambling on and getting into doing what I'm doing and forgetting to show you what I'm doing, which is just the inking of the edges. And there we go. So we're done with the red for now. So what I'm going to do is just take the red felt off, pop that, but I'm just going to pop the red to one side. Now I've got the green, and what I'm going to do is flip this over, grab the one I want to do green, and we're going to, hey, there was a felt on the bottom of that. I swear there was. It fell off. For anyone who doesn't have the minis, I love this mini ink blending tool better than the bigger one, but I do use the bigger one with the foams to do alcohol inks. You just pop your blending foams in under your mini inks, and then you just go like that, and you've got an easy... So, whoops, this has a little bit of the other colour I was using, because I don't know why. Maybe because I had it on my fingers, I'm not sure. But I am just literally... I'm not doing a great job of this, honestly, because I'm not taking my time with it. But if you take your time, you can build up a nice sort of slow blend of colour. At the moment, for me, I just want to... I'm doing a tutorial. I'm trying to get it done so you can see the finished product. But what I need to do is figure out just one thing, because then I will put this together for you, and that way if anyone doesn't want to stay through the decorating of the book, they can then chuff off and we can continue. Now the reason I did this 3 different ways, so there's top pockets, there's tuck spots, and then there is also the sealed one with, I mean, I could have done 2 of these edges, but I decided not to. I just thought the idea was to showcase how many different things you could do in an envelope album out of one style of envelope, which I really have to say, I love that challenge. I love challenging myself to create new things. I did watch I'm a Cool Mum do a triangular flapped envelope album, and I have seen a lot of people do that, but this I hadn't seen people doing this style of envelope, so I sort of thought, well, no one's really doing that, so I think I will make a video on it, because I have, as I said, an abundance of these, and I really love that you can challenge yourself to use up what is in your stash to do them, and to me that is kind of important. I mean, I could have saved this for the 100 Things Challenge, and I still may do one as part of my 100 Things Challenge, but yeah, I really, really love that aspect of being able to just explore with something that I have around the house, something that's easy to get. If you're in Australia, Craft Online still sell the envelopes. Occasionally they'll have 50 for $5, and they're a really nice size. Like, this is why I can send, like, that size envelope is really good for sending pocket letter, not pocket letters, what do you call them? Flip books and other things in them. So now that we have this done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what paper I want here, and the reason being is that I want to be able, let's use this one. I wouldn't normally use number paper, but yeah, okay, so we need our scoreboard. There is a reason I'm doing this one piece of paper first. Okay, so that is 5 1/4 by 3 5/8. So we want 5 by that. Okay. So I have scissors. This is me getting in a so that was, so I did that 5 by the one before, so just shy of 3 1/2. So 3 and I think it's 4/8. 1, 2, 3/8. Sorry, 3 3/8. I really wasn't planning on using this numbered piece of paper, but I realised how little paper I actually have left. So what I'm going to do is just ink around the edges of this to match what else I have done to this page. And the reason we're doing this, you'll see in a minute, is because if I had put this together first, it's almost impossible, and it's very hard to do, to get the circle cut out the way you want it to be. So that is why I do it. Oh, and I'm just doing the standard square at the back to stick down my paper. Sometimes if I don't want to get fiddly, I will just do the 4 stripes straight down. Mind you, I'm already on my 3rd roll of this tape, and I only bought, I think, 10. I might not have bought 10, I might have only bought 8, but I'm going to have to buy more tape soon. This video is going to be long, so hunker in! This will probably be the last one I film for today, because I'm getting to that point where the pain is taking over again. Okay, so now all I need to do is figure out which way. I think it doesn't really matter which way that is, so I think I'll just leave that as the bottom. And then we just do this and pop it on. And then, as you can see, oh, the reason I did it this way is so that, and I probably could have waited to cut out that original little circle bit, which probably would have been the better option, to be honest. I got a little gung-ho because that's how I did it last time, because I didn't know. Okay, so we're just trying to line this up, and there we go. Oops. Okay, I am just, there's a little bit extra here that is being a bit painful, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop it. Okay, so don't throw out that bit, because you can use that bit as decoration later. So that's, so now let's line up. Okay, let's get our tape in place. Now I need some super skinny tape. The reason we need some super skinny tape is to do our edges. So I'm just going to make sure that these are tucked up because these are our little tucks. But yep, these are the tuck spot. I'm like, am I doing the right one? Yes, I am. So that just goes there. Just make sure your tape's not showing. And that one goes there. Now, we don't need to tape up the other spot because we're using that to put stuff in. Okay, so there you... Oh, hang on. It helps if I remember that I have to put tape on both sides. As you can see, I'm starting to lose my mind because the pain is taking over a bit at the moment. I apologise. I have a bad infection. I meant to do a video update of what's going on with me when I was filming before, and then I got changed and I forgot. And then I realised after I got changed, I was like, I don't want to have to get dressed back up again. I'm feeling a bit, yeah. I pushed yesterday just to get the 3 videos I did done, and it's caught up with me today. I woke up in a tremendous amount of pain with the infection I have, the spot that's infected, getting worse. Okay, now what we're going to do is okay, so that's the one, then that goes that way, and then they're our top. So we have this now. Nope, I don't know what I did with my stamping pad, damn it. I might line this up in the center here so that I can use that to poke my holes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke a hole here, and then I just pick it up just to make sure my hole's big enough. I do 3 holes, so you sort of want to do roughly 3 evenly placed holes. So I'm just doing that, and then I'll do one. I did that. I did the top one a bit higher than I wanted, but that's okay. So now I have the 3 holes. I'm going to get a sewing needle and some thread. And I already have one threaded. Oh, look at that. Someone's smiling on me today because I don't have to rethread my needle. I really need to get some more of these beading needles. These are size 16 beading needles, and I use them a lot for a lot of different things, including bear making. So now I just need to tie the end. Nice that I don't have to try and thread a needle on camera, because we all know what happens when I try and do things on camera. It is not pretty. I will probably end up downing the quality of this video so that I'm just gross because I didn't mean to waste so much of the cotton. Not that the cotton was expensive, just that, yeah. So what I do, oh no, what happened here? Oh no, that's just a stray bit. Okay, so what I tend to do is I come through the center hole. I come up through the top, if I can get through. Just, yeah, I'm having moments. So I come up through the top. Okay, it tore. Okay, that's okay. We can fix that. So I do that. Then what I do is I come through the center of where I've done my knot. You could do this with a thicker thread. You could do it differently. This is how I chose to do this one, although I'm a bit upset because I killed my top hole. Okay, so we need to pull that, and we need to pull to make that. Then what I do is I come back through the center. So we come back through the center hole, make sure they're lined up. If you can't find your way through all 3, I just tend to have a look. And then what I do is I come down and go through the last hole. That's why I try not to do the holes too close to the top. They do fray a little on these, but don't stress. This is what your washi tape is for. Your washi tape will fix any issues you are having, and that is what I like. Your washi tape will help with your join. That's why I don't put the washi tape on until I'm ready to, and then what I do is I come back and I do this again. So go back through the center. This is, I'm pretty sure I picked this up not just from I'm a Cool Mum. I have seen quite a few people do this center joined sort of stitch together thing. Okay, we got it through that one. We get it through, there we go. Then I come down again, and I finish in the center. Now what I like about this is also, as I said, I can use my washi tape to, there wasn't supposed to be, the knot was not supposed to be on the outside, it's supposed to be on the inside, so I'm just going to tuck that back in. Although it doesn't really matter because you're going to cover it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab that through there, go through here, and do it again. And voila, knot it off. That was a trick I learnt from, I think it's Angela Clayton Designs. So that, if you want to stop here, is basically the gist of how you make the album. And that took us 35 minutes. Oh my god, this video is going to take a lifetime to upload. And when I say a lifetime to upload, I mean a lifetime to upload. Okay, so that is your album. Where's my little book that I was... I swear, I am just having a day. That's how I feel today. I am just having a day. Keep moving the table closer to me. If you're wondering. Okay, let me see. I didn't put any measurements down for this. Smart Amanda. Let's use this pretty piece for the front. And let's do 4 3/4. I just did that wrong. Yep, it was supposed to be the length. So I was going to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 and an 8 is what I wanted. So I just screwed up a piece of paper. But, you know, mistakes happen and that's okay. We will still find a use for all these pieces of paper, don't you worry. Because, as I said, there isn't that much. Now we want 4 3/4. And the reason I sort of wanted is because we're going to have washi tape at the side. So I wasn't too worried about having having the border as such. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink around this and stick this down, and this is going to be part of our cover. Now, I am just literally going to worry about getting paper down. I'm not going to worry about all the decoration stuff because I want a chance to stamp sayings and stuff onto the, yeah. Now, you know, if you really wanted to just go easy, you could easily just do Santa's belt across the center and it would look really cute. That would look adorable. The reason I don't have any wide washi, so I could not resist getting this Santa's belt washi for that reason. I just thought you could do it on red cardstock as a simple Christmas card. Like, you can't get more simpler if you want to do batch cards than Santa's belt across a red cardstock. That's all you'd need, and it would look really cool, and then you could just add a Merry Christmas and you're done. Actually, if I was doing bulk cards, I probably would have bought a couple of rolls of that so that I could do just that, because sometimes you don't want to sit there. I have been guilty of hand colouring cards, when I do bulk cards, I tend to do the same design over and over, so we're just checking that this is the right way around. Okay, so we're just going to pop that on. So we have that. I have this really gorgeous piece. What I might do, where is my circle punch? I'm going to cut a flower out, and what I'm going to do then is just very gently just on a very small amount, turn it into a tuck spot. That's all it takes. Like, see, look, there, now we've got a nice little tuck spot there. But what I want to do is also, ooh, I don't think I have enough paper to do enough with. Let me have a look. Oh, look. I just found a quote little thing that I want to stand out. So what I might do is, I think I'll do that there. It says, Christmas waves a magic wand over this world and beyond. Behold, everything is softer and more beautiful. I love the magic of Christmas. I don't know why, honestly, given how my life can be and just how much life the universe has a sense of humor, I guess. And but I always believe something magical and good is going to happen around Christmas, and then if it doesn't, I get really upset. Like, I kind of always feel like there is good coming, or there is something amazing about to happen. So it's like the possibility of a new year or a new day. Sometimes you just have that feeling of magic in the air, and there's definitely a feeling of magic around Christmas. So I'm going to pop that like that. Then what I might do is, oh yeah, that's really cute. Okay, so we're going to do that little border strip down there. I'm changing my mind on what I was going to do on this one, but that's okay. As I said, I did have more paper left for the other one because I had a lot more scraps. So what I'm going to do is just put the tape down the border strip, and I'm going to pull it off all but the last one, because I think the last one was, I'm just going to line this up. And the good thing about the border strip is it covers up that little bit of stuff that we don't want. Okay, hang on. And then we go to here, and then we just chop off that little extra bit. I try not to pull the tape off the bit that's extra, because you can always, that little bit can be used as a little layer or something. And you can also use that as a little tuck spot as well. Like, I could easily, I just accidentally, okay, so I could easily tuck in a couple of little tags along there. There's that tag which would, oh, actually that little tab would, okay, we're going to put that there, I think. So this is what I do. I just literally sit around, or sit and go through what I have, trying to figure out what I want where, how I want to utilize it, and then I just sort of do it. Yeah. Okay. So I like that little bit there. Oh, I forgot to ink that, but that's okay. I think I forgot to ink that piece too. I could still use that as a little tuck spot, but I'm not going to use that on that one. So I want a piece of paper here. I think I'll use this burgundy. So I know how wide this is. Okay, so we want this to come about here. The good thing about this piece of paper is you can use it whatever direction you want. It wasn't working. See, it's easy to get yourself flipped around. Okay, so what I want is less than that. So that is, hang on. There's a way to figure that out easier. So 3 1/4, so about 3. We want about 3 inches there, which means I could easily use that on another page, because that would match the other page. Okay. So we just ink around the edges, inkity, 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 just to tie it in with the page a bit more, because this is a completely different colour to the ink we used. Now these are really nice matting spots. Like you could easily put like a nice little photo here, a nice quote. If you weren't going to use this as an album, you could easily use that as a quote space. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to stick this piece here. Yeah, actually I want to trim just a little bit more off this. So we're going to just take just a 1/4 of an inch more, which means I probably want a 1/4 of an inch more off that one. See, this is just part of, now don't throw these strips away, because we're working with such a very small amount of paper, and the idea is to have as few scraps as possible. I really, when I did the other one, I think I threw away pieces that were just way too small to work with, like the triangular bits from the little flags I cut out. Okay, so that's that. So now we're just going to and as I said, like, this for me started as I wanted to try something with these envelopes that I had. And then I thought about it and I thought, well, I only have a few pieces of this paper left. Or a little bit of this paper pad left. Let's challenge myself to use up what I have left. I think too often once you've done most of what you're going to do with the paper pad, it gets very easy to dismiss the paper pad and to forget you have it and to not work with it anymore. And I'm guilty of that. As is evidenced by the fact that I only have a few sheets of this left and all the die cuts. I haven't really looked at this pad in a long time. So I really like that idea of using stuff up, because for me at the moment, I am going to be doing the 100 Things Challenge next year. That is one of my goals. I have 2 goals for next year, which I'll talk about in another video. One is the 100 Things Challenge. One is something more personal. I don't do resolutions. The reason I don't do resolutions is because they're a waste of time. They're something that we rarely keep to, and yeah, so for me, I have 2 main goals for next year, and they sort of, yeah, that's how I do it. I set myself goals, and I think that is a better way for me to work too. Okay. Ooh. I'll just move those 2 little bits of paper out of my little scrap pile. So I'm just going to pop that there. Now, this is another spot where you can just tuck some things in. So I'm just going to tuck those 2 things in there for now. Actually, I don't want to tuck that one in there. Let's tuck a tag in there, because, yeah, okay. Now, let's see. What do I want to do on this one? I think I will use that piece of paper there, and then I might do that way, and then I'll do this little, no, actually, let's use this, yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're going to use this piece here, so we just need to, see, this is the thing, I need to sit down and write these measurements down. I know it's 5, like in my head I know it's 5 that I want, but I forget. Now we are doing that on the red one, so red ink. I actually just realised I've used this paper on all red pages and it wasn't deliberate. If you hear that motorbike, that is my postman. I wonder if he has anything for me today. Mail's been getting a little thin on the ground because I have not been ordering, well, because I did the Blitzy, I haven't really been ordering anything else. Okay. Yep. Except I realised that my door was locked and I didn't mean to leave it locked. Or my little wire door. Okay, there we go. And then we're just going to pop this one here. Actually, I think we'll pop this one like that. Yeah, I like that. the idea is, like with this, is for me, it's utilizing everything. Like, this is nearly, oh my god, this is going to be such a long video. I am so sorry to whoever's watching this. I hope you're enjoying the longer video. I know I have a few people like Ginny who really enjoy my longer videos and chat, like listening to me chatter away. Some people don't watch them and don't like them. If YouTube's anything to go by, most people like short videos. I'm not a huge fan of short videos a lot of the times. I don't know why. I'm not a huge fan of like sped up process videos and stuff either, depending on what is going on. Okay, now let's just pop that in there so I know it's a tuck spot. So so far we have the cover. We have this page, this page. We're going to do this page next. And let me see what I've got. Oh, I have this. Well, ooh, I just nearly fell out of my chair. What if I do? Oh, that would look pretty, wouldn't it? Okay, so we want to cut these off at 5 inches each. 5 and 5. Don't get rid of all these little bits, because as you're running out of, and also because if you're going to create tags to fill things, to fill your other little pockets on the inside, you're going to need these little bits of paper. They will come in handy because we are starting to run low. Actually, I believe this is the only sheet of paper I have left other than offcuts. So we are getting to that point where we are running low on paper and it pays to get a little bit inventive. Okay, so, and that's the other thing I like. I like the challenge of being inventive with my supplies. Sometimes we take for granted how much we have. Like, I have a lot of paper. I probably don't have as much as other people, but I'm at that place now where I don't buy paper very often. I may have done a spotlight order that I am using a new payment service to try. I'm trialing a new payment service. It's not Afterpay. There's something else. And I sort of thought, okay, I'm being a bit of a brat, but there was some stuff I really wanted this Christmas and that I want to put away for next year so that I can do stuff for my Etsy. So I sort of grabbed what I could. Unfortunately, there was one thing I couldn't grab much of. Okay, so we just want to do that. So yeah, so I did that, which was a bit naughty, but sometimes you just got to be. Plus, I want to do a challenge, and I don't have any unused Kaiser pads. I want to challenge myself to see how much I can create from one Kaiser pad. Cards, flip books, whatever. I just wanted to challenge myself to see how much I could create from one single, or whether I could do, like, say, a whole of the handmade albums you do. Okay, so we just want to do that. Oh, see, that's really cute. And then I might just use that down the side there to echo that paper there, just to tie it in. Oh, look at that. Look how cute that is. And that is just literally using up scraps. I have a way of using scraps, like small scraps for cards too. I really need to do a tutorial on that. I may do that during my 100 Things challenge, which is kind of fun, and it kind of looks really cool. Because I don't know about you, but I don't like wasting things, and even though I've built up my craft stash more now, my craft stash a lot more now than I used to have, I still am very conscious of not wasting my resources as such. Okay, and then we chop this little bit off at the end. So far, we have the cover. We have our... So now we've just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to do. Okay, we're going to be cutting this fine. Okay. So what I think I will do is cut this in half and use that as my... As I said, I'm probably going to stamp some bits and stuff as well. But I am going to be cutting it fine to get enough to finish these. So we're going to use these bits here. I may end up cutting into another. Like, the challenge is to use up what you have before you go using other things. So I may not. I'll see how I go. I have to create my little tags in there. That's okay. That's not an urgentish thing. So I'm just doing this with these. This is me thinking on the fly. Oh, I completely forgot I had another piece of paper. Oh, I'm so relieved right now. I have never been more relieved to see another piece of paper in my life. I have to laugh at myself because I completely forgot this piece of paper was over there. So we have these two pieces of paper. Okay, so I think what I want to do with one is, I think I will do that. So this is, we want 3 1/4. By 5 3/4. I have never been more relieved to see it. I know there was only a few pieces of paper, but I wanted to show how easy it is to utilize just those few pieces of paper and to not have much scrap. I just thought it would be really cool, and to me it was a challenge. I feel like I don't always challenge myself enough creativity wise, or creatively, that's the word. As always, I forget what I'm doing and forget to show you that I'm putting tape on the back of this, but I'm pretty sure you all know from this video how to put tape on the back of things. If you don't, then I'm sorry. Oh my god, I can't get over how long this video is. I don't even know if this is going to cut off at some point. I hope not. Okay. So we've got this nice little, this piece looks so good just as a little piece there, and I might just stamp a sentiment there or something. Okay, now back to this piece of paper. I think what I'm going to do is again cut that in half and just use that down the bottom there. I could probably use a bit more than I have, but honestly I'm not going to sweat it. I think that, oh no, that is super cute. That is super, super cute. The thing I really like about this is that this is paper I probably wouldn't look at in my stash. Like I'd probably flip past it. And I actively had to search for another, once I did the first one of these, I actively had to search through my Christmas paper to find something that barely had any paper left, because most of my Christmas paper in 6x6 form has a lot of paper left, because I haven't been doing a lot of Christmas crafting in recent years. I love this. This is so fun. I love how easy this is to mail in an envelope. Like, this is so perfect. You can send it overseas for $3. You really can't ask for more than something you can send overseas crazy cheap. I think I just put that piece on the wrong side. Hang on, no, that way. Okay. Yeah, that way. Okay. You really can't. Like, honestly, for me, something that I can mail super cheap is so good for me. It is the perfect thing because I don't have to worry about trying to find more money than I have. It's economical to post, and it's a really nice gift too. Like, I can't imagine someone getting this in the mail and being all, oh, I can't believe you sent me a stupid envelope album. I am loopy lala today. I apologize. But yeah, I just can't imagine that someone would be upset getting something like this, to be honest. Okay, so we just want to do that. Oh, I love this. Look, so then we've just utilized most of that paper into, like, in 3 pages. Then we have the last couple to do and the back. So what I'm going to do is again cut this at 3 1/4. And what I will do is, I'm not going to do it here because honestly I'm in a lot of pain, a lot more pain than you would think. For yeah, so I'll just move that out of the way for a minute. I don't know what I did with, oh, there's my little tuck spot I created. So I'm going to use that here. What I really love is that now I have 2 less Christmas pads, and as I said, I may have been naughty at Spotlight. I've done a buy now, pay later order thing. As I said, I wanted to test out this other thing I found that Spotlight do. Spotlight also do Afterpay. I think it's called Zip Pay, that's what it's called. And I just wanted to test it out to see how I would go with it. I like Afterpay because I like that it's for fortnightly installments, whereas this one at the end of the month, it can, if you don't pay your balance, you have to pay an extra $5. There's a $5 account keeping fee if your balance is over 0. Not too bad as long as you make your minimum payment, but it's not a huge amount, but I still would prefer not to have to pay that. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, let's see, we have, no, I like this little one. Let's just use this little one here. We'll turn it that way so the piece is, and I will, in fact, ink around the edges of that. As you can see, there really isn't going to be a lot left. Once I do all my little inserts and things and whatnot, I've got to do my back cover yet, and then I'll show you how I do the washi tape, and then I'm just going to pack the rest of this up into the snap block bag and take it into my room to finish, because at the moment the pain is just kicking my ass. Oh, hang on, needs to be over just a little more. Over just a little more. Seems to be the mantra. Over just a little more. Over just a little more. Ta-da! Okay, what have I got here that I can pop in this? I have leftover bits. So there's like this long tag which we can tuck in here. Definitely not my taste. I am so not into retro. Like, I could definitely see using that as a little journaling spot, so I might pop that up there. Like, someone could just put something there that they wanted to write, or, you know, I might find a sticker with a sentiment on it, or just something cute to put there. I'm going to pop that up there. Okay. What else is here? There's a lot of oh, there's a nice taggy tag. Let's see, where is that little tuck spot I created? I think I'll pop that just in that spot there. But as you can see, this is super simple. Like, it's not, the hardest part is honestly knowing what to do with things, like where to put things. That for me is always the hardest thing. Once I've sort of figured out what I'm doing, the rest of it kind of comes together really quickly. What was I looking for? Something for my tuck spot. Oh, look, that's super cute. Let's see. Yeah, we'll pop that in the center there because that's cute. And for me, okay, so I will admit there were 2 Kaiser pads I fell in love with this year for Christmas, and I did order the 6x6 of them for next Christmas. One was Santa's List, and I think the other one was the black and white one. I don't, even though it would have been comparable to buy the kit that was, it was only 50 cents dearer, I really like my, so you know what I'm going to do? Cut this in half. Just tuck that bit in so that it's not in a spot where we don't want it. There we go, and that's just created a little pull tab, a little, so you know that you're going to pull that up. Not that you wouldn't, but yes. So that's a little tuck spot. We've got our little, have I got anything in the front pocket? Yep, I got things in the front pocket, things in the back pocket, something in my little tuck spot. Look, I have this nice little decorative piece as well, which would look good somewhere. I still have bits. That's the point. I still have bits. So let's work on our back piece. Now, let's just cut this bit off where we cut out our circle. So what I'm going to probably do is do that. Maybe do that. Maybe that to create our, actually I'll do that first. So we want that 4 3/4. Again, do not get rid of all your little bits that you've got left as yet. I have a couple of these bits, like I have one of these tabs which I will use. I have the little arrow. I have bits left, and I will come back and do a sort of recap of what I have done at some point to show you what is left and how I'm using it and stuff, because I think that's kind of cool. That's one of the things I really loved about the first album, was just challenging myself to use up every last scrap if I could. To create a really, really cool sort of album. Okay, so this is the back cover now. I just need to know. Okay, so this is the way. So we want, I'm going to take a little bit more off this one. So we're just going to take 1/4 of an inch off that. As I said, do not throw these little strips away, because you can create a nice tag or like layer them up across the bottom or the side of a tag. Okay. I am definitely hitting my threshold of I've done as much as I can handle today. I do not even know. I'll probably upload a short video to catch up for today. On Saturday, I am so excited. I have 2 collabs coming up. I just haven't filmed for one of them, and apparently it's tomorrow. So I actually have 3 Christmas collabs. I'm so excited. One is with Nina, who is Dream Away Productions, or Nina Marjanac. I always say that wrong. I'm going to do that there, and or will I do this one? No, this one. From Dream Away Productions. I love Nina to bits. She is someone who is going places for sure. She's a very talented filmmaker. I wish she lived closer, because I would get her to help me with stuff, because she's that talented. She is really awesome. Okay, so we're going to get this here. So we're going to just line that up, and it's okay if that's slightly out of whack. And then what I might do is, oh, I could have just used that, but that matches in with that, so we don't really want to get that matchy. No, I like that. It's a little out of whack at the bottom, but I can live with that, because I can probably just cover it. Oh, look, there we go, and I can stamp something on that, so I'm just going to put one piece of tape on that for now, so that I can pull it off and stamp something or stick something cute on that. Yeah, I can see a sticker or something cute there. Now what I'm going to do, just to finish this off, and I'll show you everything we have left for me to work with, is I am going to take my gorgeous Christmas Little Bee washi tape. Like, this is beautiful. I cannot even tell you how gorgeous this is. I am always reluctant to pay sort of, this was on special, like this was really on special, but I'm always a bit reluctant to pay a premium for things like washi tape, but this was $1, I shouldn't say a premium because it was only $1.70 something, but it is so gorgeous, and it's going to look so perfect on the edge of my album. And all I'm doing is just burnishing it on. And as I said, the washi has twofold function. The first thing is it protects your spine and covers your stitching. The second thing is it looks pretty. So this is it. This is what we created just then. We have pretty much done the bones of our album. I just have to do the tags that go in here and here, and the thing that goes in there, and just sort of maybe add a few embellishments and things. Here's what we have left. Literally, this is what we have left. Okay. Okay, so we have a couple of little round bits that we don't even have much of left. Like, there's not enough for me to use in. That's okay. We have this border strip. We have some little strips that I had left, some bits from the die cuts. This is it. This is everything I have left right now. Now, these will be utilized in the album. This is everything. So considering we started with 4 pieces of paper and all the die cuts, you can see how economical this is, because you can really, really utilize what little bit you have. So if you're someone who doesn't have a huge paper stash, you can do stuff with just a few pieces of paper. It just takes a bit of imagination. I cannot believe this is over an hour long. So I am going to say thank you for watching. If you made it all the way through this, use the phrase poinsettia, because we've got the poinsettias. Poinsettia. Poinsettia. So use the phrase, use poinsettia to say you made it all the way through. Remember, as always, you are incredible. You are amazing. You truly, truly do matter. The usual like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you're going to try this, and if you enjoyed this process, or you think it's too long and I should have just shortened it for you more. I shortcutted it, or did it in 2 parts. Anyway, I will talk to you soon, my angels and devils. Bye. Holy, come on.